So, I forgot to vlog yesterday and today, but it's like 4:30, and let me turn my light on so you can see me. Okay, so, just gonna let you guys know how my day is going with a simple take of what the weather's like outside. Still wet and rainy, just like how it was a couple of days ago. So, yeah, it has been like this all day since like 6 o'clock this morning. Actually, since midnight last night. And, well, okay, so I looked at the forecast. It turns out we had a snow forecast. It was 32 degrees and raining the whole day. And, well, all night. And then I expected snow. 32 degrees, snow. Yeah, you get my picture. So I wake up this morning and there's no snow on the ground. I was really sad because I actually had to get up. And then I forgot to work out today because I thought that we would be having a delayed opening. So I just decided I'm not going to wake up at 6:15 to have a delayed opening. But then I accidentally wake up at 6:15 and I go check and see what's outside. And yeah, so I get up, I go to school, and we're all really, really pissed because we had to come to school. We're all just really sad because we had to come to school. So, anyway, we continue on with our day. I fail an A-push quiz on reading that I swear I did, but I just got all the answers wrong. And I failed an English quiz. And then third period happened, and sorry, I'm worried I damaged my chapstick. So third period happens, and it turns out the women's ensemble, which is the group I auditioned for today, has a secret concert every year, and it's called a secret concert because it's not very big. It's during the day, and basically, the women's ensemble girls invite people. And so one of my sister's friends invited me because she wanted me to audition. She thought I would make it. So I go to the secret concert. It was gorgeous. They sang one of my favorite songs they ever sang. Of course, I was in theater, and the theater room is right next to the choir room. I literally think I could have sung all of their songs because we hear them every day. We hear them rehearsing. So we heard their songs. They were gorgeous. They were beautiful. And then I go to fourth period and try to forget everything possible before I have to go to my audition for women's ensemble. So I rehearse for women's ensemble. I know I'm going really fast. I'm just trying to talk about everything in my day. And so I go to fourth period. I finished my French homework early, so I was like, I'll do that pre-cal homework that I didn't totally do. So I do finish my pre-cal homework, and then I get on my computer and start putting together my A-push project because I have a huge project due on Monday, and it takes so much work because everything has to be made from primary sources, so I can only go to the library to actually do stuff and get my info. So then I go to my audition, and the choir lady was really sweet. I think my audition was okay. I mean, she was a really good person to tell me what I'm doing wrong and what I need to improve on. So, at least now I know. And I don't know if I'm gonna make it or not. I mean, I think if there were 20 other girls that were auditioning for this, then I'm probably not gonna make it. But if it was like me, maybe 2 other people, then I might make it. But it also depends on how many seniors they need, how many seniors are leaving next year. And just, there are a lot more factors, like choral experience and just all that stuff. So I think my audition was okay. I didn't do very well about staying on my part. That's always been the hardest part for me, is staying on my part that I'm supposed to stay on. So yeah. Oh, okay. We're going back. So fourth period. Basically, when I got to first period, I found out that my other high school didn't have any power. And usually, if a high school doesn't have any power when it's 32 degrees outside, that means they shouldn't have school. And I was like, well, should I even go over to my other high school? I mean, if I'm going to go there, 2 of my classes are in a trailer, and the heating/air conditioning only cuts on about once every 4 years. And then my dance class is in the coldest part of the building. So I didn't know if I was going to go. So then, the day went on, and then during fourth period, I know I'm going all over the place, but, during fourth period, the lady was the person who was like the online facilitator, I was taking my French online class, she comes in and says, by the way, you guys are dismissed at 2:30 today. And I was like, what? So I was happy about that, but I was also sad because we have missed so much rehearsal for this musical. I mean, so many valuable rehearsals, and we have to perform this in 2 weeks, and we're not even synced up with the pit yet. We have to wait until Monday for pit day, and we're probably not even going to have our tech rehearsal on Sunday, and we really need to work on that. And some people are like forgetting their choreography, and it's so freaking frustrating. So yeah, then we go to, so then once lunch ends, I tell my sister, because I take her to school, that we're getting dismissed, and the intercom comes out and they say, if you are a student driver, then you can go ahead and go home after this class period ends. But if you are riding the bus, then you have to wait until 2:30, because this is kind of an all of a sudden thing, and our school system uses all the same buses, so like, our schools start at different times and end at different times so that the buses can like circulate correctly. Well, basically, like, elementary school begins at 7:50 a.m. and then middle school at 8:15 and high school at 8:45. So anyway, we go. They didn't have any buses because my afternoon high school, they got to go first, which seems correct because they didn't have any power and like a couple of the routes were actually flooded. So they got their buses first, and so my sister was like, can you give my friend a ride home? Because I texted her afterwards, do any of your friends need a ride? Because I'm like happy to give people rides, and I understand like being a freshman, living, you can't drive, and you might not be able to walk home, so it's kind of hard to stay the whole day until 2:30. So I go pick up, so after my audition, I go find my sister, get her friend, and then we drop her friend off. And then we were like, oh, we have to go pick up my littlest sister, Katie. So we get in the car. Well, we drive over to my sister's school because they were not dismissing until 1:45. But we decided we were going to go ahead and pick her up anyway because we didn't want to get caught in all that traffic. There's tons of traffic, when school ends. So we go over, pick her up, and then we all come home. That has pretty much been my day so far. And I've basically been sitting around. I made grilled cheese, and then I made eggs to eat because I could not just eat a cold lunch of like granola bars and pretzels. I needed something warm. And yeah, and that is, yeah. And then I just realized that it's the first week of March, and this may or may not be the week where the director is supposed to call us and offer us camp jobs. The camp director of the camp job that I applied to about a couple weeks ago. So now I'm kind of worried about that because, usually when they're calling people to accept something, they're calling people to give, like when you're applying for a job and they're going to call you to accept you, they usually call you early in the week. And so I'm kind of like, oh, I'm really scared. I don't know. I haven't gotten anything yet, but I'm gonna see how that works. It is still raining outside. Yeah, and I've been so tired. I'm so glad I get to wake up late tomorrow and actually wake up and not be woken up. So, yeah. Now I'm catching up on all of my vlogs, and I really need to start on my A-Push homework. But I don't have any pre-cal homework because we didn't do pre-cal. Yeah, but I feel sorry for the people, my friends at my other high school, my afternoon high school, because their entire school was out of power, and it's so cold. Like, schools are already cold in general, but when it's, no heat, that's not good. And then the dance room is already frigid. It's either, frigid or it's really, really hot. So, they probably didn't dance, but, because I think they were already out by the time my high school got out. And yeah, so, but I think the other high school, there are 3 high schools in our district, I think 2 of them were out of power, and the only reason our high school wasn't out of power, my morning high school wasn't out of power, was because of the generator. How long is this video? This is Oh, it's like 10 minutes. Alright, so, yeah, I'm gonna get this video uploaded. I may or may not vlog for the rest of the day, but I will see you guys soon.